Hi, Neil Barker here, and welcome to my unboxing of the brand new iPad Pro, the 9.7-inch version. Not often that okay, I'm a massive Apple fanboy, but it's not often that I actually go, you know what, I need that in my life. I need to order it on pre-order. So normally I'm quite patient, and I do wait a little while before they. When they come out, and then gets, you know, if I need it, then I'll get it soon after. But this looks fantastic. So I got the iPad Pro. I've got the iPad Air 2 anyway. I've had that over a year and a half, and it's absolutely fantastic. Love it to use every day. But I'm thinking that the Pro might just fill the void between that and use for business for running the company. So I'm hoping the Pro is going to fill that void. I've bought the Apple Pencil, and I've also got the Bluetooth, not the Bluetooth, it's the keyboard for the Pro, which actually plugs into the side on the little contacts, and that's coming. That's going to be a week away, so we'll cover that. We'll do, but let's go for the pencil first of all. I think this is already yes, it's already been opened. There we go. The pencil has it. I do love Apple, and as everybody probably knows, my company's are to do with Apple repairs and spares and stuff like that, so I'm bound to. But even that packaging, I mean, that's fantastic. Not going anywhere. Looks quite minimalist. Unfold that, and it releases this looking Apple Pencil. Obviously, this has been out a little while, so and I've loved to. I know it didn't work for the iPad Air 2, so there's no point getting it. But I can't wait to use that, as it's obviously massively hyped up. And then the iPad Pro. Here we go. Again, packaging's tremendous. Right, and there we go. So what I've done is I've gone for the same size as my Air 2. I didn't fancy the larger one just for sort of ease of transporting around. I need to work on the go between the companies, so it helps to be on the go. Again, fairly minimalist box. You've got the profile of the iPad Pro there with a little camera sticking out. Apparently it's supposed to be about the same size as this, the fact that it's got the 6S camera equivalent, so that's it will protrude a little bit. And I've got the 128 gig version, which is the middle size, because I think it was 32, 128, 256 gigabytes. So I'm in the middle because 32 gigs is not enough. That's a 64, and I've got about 5 gig left. So they didn't do a 64, which is a shame. So I've gone for 128. Pricey, yeah, but hopefully this is going to pay off. So iPad Pro 9.7-inch Wi-Fi only, because to be honest, I never see the point in going for the 3G version, purely because I just pair it to my iPhone wherever I am, and just I use the tinterwebs that way. I just pair it up that way. I don't see the the use for the additional cost of the 3G version. But then, it fits some people's use, it doesn't on others. So yeah, so I don't go for the 3G versions, I go for the Wi-Fi only. Yeah, just pair it to my iPhone. It's dead easy to do. Absolutely beautifully packaged as per usual. The one thing, but it's just nice. It really is. Really impressed with even the cellophane. Even the box they come in from the distribution centres or wherever is nice. So lots of care and attention. So let's take this great big chop knife and remove some of this plastic. I'm a purist, no, a perfectionist, but I absolutely love what Apple are about, and I almost hate taking them out of the box. I like to just stare at them and look at it for a while. Sounds sad, and well, it is sad, but there you go. So let's move my iPad out of the way. One thing that astounds me, and that probably, I doubt many people notice this, but I could be wrong, is the fact that Apple have an entire department, and the department's probably massive, just dedicated to packaging. And you know what? They dedicate and they work so hard just so that this happens. And it's going to prove me wrong now, isn't it? That's just so that happens. And all I've done is lift it. And I'm not. And it just, look at that. That is incredible. And it's so many people, I doubt anybody really noticed it apart from me. But yeah, just the fact that the packaging is so neatly done. Even the inside of the box and you know, all the finishing. It's, you know, Samsung's their biggest competitor, or one of their biggest competitors. They work hard to do, you know, they got nice packaging now, but they still don't work this hard and this attention to detail. My background is Formula One before I got into electronics, and you know, that's all about perfection. I had many years in racing and 6 years at Red Bull in Milton Keynes their Formula One team, and you know, I've worked with some incredible tech and eye for detail and perfection and work damn hard, and you know, Apple are like the you know, the mainstream equivalent of Formula One. I think they're at the top of the game, and just the way that does that, it sounds bizarre and you're like, oh god, just get to the product, but I just love that, the fact you just lift it up and they've worked so hard to make the tolerances on that so that it just lifts out. Oh, I'm stopping it with my finger the other side. It just does that, you know. The attention to detail is absolutely immense. Anyway, let's get to the proper bit. Great little tag, pulls it up. So one thing you notice, a lot bigger Apple. A lot bigger Apple there. There's nothing that says Pro, but that's so much bigger. And obviously the camera reticle there is kind of protrudes a little bit. Ah, that's the other thing. It's obviously it's got speakers on both sides now. I'm doing this on a Saturday morning, so there's my dog outside having a woof. So you've got speakers on both ends now, and there's your little the sort of the touch connector that the keyboard links onto, and it self-powers the keyboard as well as data transfer as well. So that's a really neat solution. And you got the volume buttons, and pretty much like the Air. And yeah, the fingerprint button as well. In the box, what we have, fairly standard issue charger. I imagine that underneath there you've got the little lightning cable as well. And again, it just fits so nicely. Does anybody ever open these? Should really. Let's have a look. Nice little startup guide, and your staple Apple stickers in the back. Oh, and a little guide. iPad info. Just beautifully packaged. Just astonish me every time. Makes the feeling of spending all that money worthwhile. And that's without even turning the thing on. There we have the iPad Pro and the Pro itself. Again, I don't like taking this cover off. If I could keep it on there, I would. So yeah, we noticed that the Apple's much bigger. I've gone for the space grey version. You've got a couple of little microphones up there, one there and one next to the camera, if you can see that. My camera angle's not that fantastic. I need a new tripod. And a lightning connector there with the two speakers, and then on the top you've got the speakers. They're a little bit more outboard. That's probably because on the 3G versions the antenna for the 3G actually goes in the middle there, so that's probably why they're there. Back in. And now we have the pencil. Again, absolutely beautifully boxed. I've not seen one of these for real, so let's open this up. Kind of feels a bit like Christmas. For me. Can't wait to get the keyboard as well. That looks pretty impressive. Obviously, it's impressive money as well. But yeah, hopefully this will all work really nicely together. So again, beautifully packaged. Let's move the knife out of the way. You've got the Apple Pencil there on the box. Even their printing on there is beautiful. And a little pull do for there. It's like the Apple Watch, which I don't have. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So you've got the, I'm assuming, a little lightning cable adapter, so you can plug that straight into your iPad to charge it and sync it. But you've also got the adapter where you can charge it off of a cable as well. So it's just like a male to female or whatever, and a spare tip. That's pretty cool. And a load of instructions. And the pencil itself, what's the first impressions of that? It is nice. It's about the same weight as a It's a fractionally heavier than I reckon a pencil, or slightly heavier than like a big biro. Very nice. The little cap at the end. Apparently these are quite easy to lose. I can see how that would be. Even that just clips in. How do they do it? I swear. The attention to detail is incredible. Like no other. And there's the Apple Pencil, and it's got a little clear cover there. There's the Apple Pencil. Take the clear cover off. Now it just feels nice. I'm not biased. I love Apple stuff, but hey, guilty pleasures and all that. And there's the Apple Pencil. So we'll soon get into the actual workings of the iPad Pro. But initially, heavy weight wise, what's it like compared to the iPad Air 2? Yeah, they're about the same. They feel about the same. Yeah. I was expecting it to be a little bit heavier, maybe. Do the do, stick it off. There's the fingerprint button there. We power it on. There we go. Oh, it feels weird because you can feel the speakers up there. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Must be a postman. Yeah, again, bigger Apple logo. It's just nice, very nice. Can't wait to use this with the keyboard. I just can't wait to use this with everything I need to. It's supposed to be pretty special, so yeah. I should post a video soon, get this all synced up, get this working with everything, and yeah, do a follow-up video. Thanks for watching. So folks, here we go. The last part of the unboxing, and this is the smart keyboard that came with the iPad Pro. I'm a bit more awake now. I did the other one on a Saturday morning first thing before the kids woke up. While I was off on looking after them for half term, and I'm back in the office. So this is punctually arrived this morning, earlier than I thought, because the smart keyboard was mentioned to have been about 2 weeks after the iPad Pro was delivered, so it's quite good. There we go. It's quite weighty box. That's about 0.6 kilos, and to be fair, that does quite a lot. This is hugely expensive. I mean, this is about 120 pounds, I think it was, which is massive for a case and keyboard. But we shall see if it comes up with the goods. Obviously, again, massively biased review from me because I'm an Apple mad nut, and yeah, fantastically wrapped, beautifully packaged. Yeah, so you got the iPad Pro Smart Keyboard, which doubles as a case, which is what I've got on my old iPad Air 2, with the keyboard as well. Looks, I must admit, having seen it sort of closed off there, it looks a bit clunky. I'm not sure what I expected because obviously it's got to fit the keyboard in. But yeah, anyway, let's have a look at what we have. Let's use one of these ISSMOs to open up these plastic. And as I said on the other unboxings, is the fact that this is I'm rather keen to just appreciate the packaging, which is probably not a lot of people do. I mean, it must mean I'm an uber geek, but Apple put so much effort into their packaging. I absolutely adore it. See if that's the usual. Oh, there we go. Here's the usual Apple kind of hold it. Well, if it's straight, anyway, hold it and it drops out, which is great. There we go. So that's nice. Nice little inlay, and then you have the usual pull cord. Instruction debris, and nicely, that's nice, nicely wrapped keyboard. You can say I hate taking out the wrapper because I love it so much, but needs must. And there we go, you have the keyboard. It looks a bit like a smart cover, but obviously with the keyboard there, and it has the 3 tiny contacts that touch onto the iPad Pro themselves, and obviously that transmits data and power, so it's a self-powering keyboard. No need to, well, imagine it. I don't know if it has an on-board battery or it literally just powers itself as it's attached. We'll find out when we attach it to the iPad to see if it actually works with it detached, but I doubt it will because it's data transmission over there, so it's not going to be a Bluetooth keyboard, so probably doesn't have a battery either. Again, usual. I mean, they pitched this as having sort of amazing sort of materials used, and to be fair, it feels a slight bit different to the Apple cover I had for the Air 2. Not too dissimilar. It's got the same sort of makeup with the magnets and the contacts there, and there's the keyboard in there as well. So that's pretty cool. I guess that's where the Air sits there with a little rubber bumper, and the keys immediately feel, oh, that's quite a hard plastic, but soft as the key presses are. I was expecting it to be rubberized, but actually that feels so much better than like a rubber keyboard. But with the kind of rubberized key presses, so it's all sealed, so if you spill your drink on it, you're not going to be crying into your bank account to order another one. And then I guess that doubles as, that's the case. Okay, so it's like a little dog leg in there to allow it to sit flush. Actually, that looks less bulky than the picture. It kind of, the picture denotes on the back of here. But we'll see when it goes on the iPad. Yeah, that's lovely, really nice. And I like the fact that the material they use here, I mean, I've had mine 18 months for my iPad Air, and it gets quite grubby, yet it still remains looking great, and that actually cleans the screen as it's on it, which is fantastic, because every time you open it with it moving around slightly like it does on the iPad, it kind of just cleans the screen with all your fingerprints. Yeah, nice. It feels really good. Looking forward to getting it on the iPad Pro and testing it out. And obviously it doubles as a stand and a keyboard and this, that and the other. But yeah, nice. So looking forward to using this with the Pro. Could bridge the gap between that and my Mac.